Hi, it's Carrie from Gluten Free Jersey Girl. Welcome to my kitchen today. Today I am making the richest, creamiest, yummiest, really, it is the yummiest, coconut milk. What, you want some? I think Mandy can't wait for the coconut milk. Let's get started. Okay, so here's what we need to make our creamy coconut milk. Organic, shredded, unsweetened coconut, water, just a bowl so that we can mix it in, another bowl, and a nut milk bag for straining, and then for flavoring, some dates, some vanilla bean, and some cinnamon. And of course a high-speed blender, or you could do this in a regular blender too. It just might take a little bit longer, so you'll have to play around with the timing. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to put a cup of our unsweetened coconut flakes in the bowl. We're then going to add 1.5 cups of warm water. Now what I like to do is I like to stir this up, and I like to let this sit for a little bit, just so that the water and the coconut flakes get to come together and the flavors really get released into the water. So I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Okay, so we're going to transfer. It's been 10 minutes. So I'm going to transfer this to our blender. Oops, try not to spill it. Okay, so I'm not going to flavor it yet because I want to use some of my milk for more of a savory recipe with cauliflower, so I don't want vanilla and dates in it. So I'm just going to put a little pinch of sea salt, maybe like 2 little pinches, and then we're going to blend this up. And we're going to start out slow, and then we'll bring it up higher. Okay, so I let it run for about 50 seconds, or almost a minute. Look how nice and thick and creamy it is. Okay, so now you're going to take your milk and you're going to pour it into your nut milk bag. Now if you have a cheesecloth, you're going to put the cheesecloth over the entire bowl and then just pour it in. Okay, so after it's in your milk bag or your cheesecloth, you're just going to slowly squeeze the milk out. And this way all the extra coconut pulp stays inside the bag, so you get a nice, clean, creamy milk. And you can save the pulp. You can use it for recipes. I haven't done a lot of recipes with pulp. I've made crackers before with almond pulp. That's pretty much it. I tried to make cookies once and they didn't come out very good, so that's something I really have to start playing with. And I do a coconut milk or I do almond milk. I do buy the ones in the stores, especially in the winter. I find I just don't always feel like making it, but it is so much better to make it yourself. There's some ingredients sometimes in the ones from the store that I'm not crazy about. So once you have it all pulled out, there is your rich, creamy coconut milk. Now here's where you can flavor it, or you can leave it as is. If you're going to do any type of savory recipe, you want to leave it as is. But since I'm going to use some of it for a cauliflower recipe, and some of it I'm going to use for my coffee, I'm going to just flavor some of it. So I got these adorable little cups at Target, and so I'm going to pour some in there just because they're so cute. They were in the section when you first walk in. Just a little bit. So I have some for coffee. When you first walk in, they have a big, you know, usually most of the stores have them. They have a little section for, you know, little dollar things. And these were stuck in there. They were $3 for 2. They came in a set of 2, and they're really cute. Okay, so let's flavor the rest of it. Okay, so we're going to pour the rest of our milk back in our blender. And I'm going to flavor it with some vanilla bean. This is half of a vanilla bean. And you could use a teaspoon of vanilla if you prefer. And we'll do 2 medjool dates. So it'll be nice and sweet. This will be really good in coffee. Or just by itself or in smoothies. So let's blend that up. Okay. It smells so amazing. So we're going to pour it into our glass jar. Oh, look at that. It is so rich and so creamy. This would be so good in smoothies or in coffee or even tea. This would be great in a nice chai tea. And there you go, rich, creamy coconut milk. It tastes delicious. It's perfect in recipes, in coffee, tea, or just by itself. Enjoy. It'll be amazing. A quick tip on how to store your coconut milk. Make sure to store it in the refrigerator, and you're going to notice that as it sits, if you can see it here in the video, it's going to separate. You can see it there. See how it separates? And that's okay. All you're going to want to do when that happens is when you take it out, you're going to shake it up. So what I like to do is store it in ball jars. That way, it's really easy to just shake and serve. Super easy, and you always have fresh coconut milk with your ball jars. You'll keep it fresh, and it should last a couple days in your refrigerator. And this I made in more of a skim milk fashion, so I did 1 cup of unsweetened coconut flakes to 3 cups of water. And I did put some vanilla bean and a little bit of sea salt, but I left out the dates. And you can see it's a nice thin consistency, more like a skim milk.